Hello everyone. So welcome to today's session. Today we try to discuss something about complex analysis. So basically if you follow the video series, so we have done complex integration. We have started complex integration. We have done Cauchy's integral theorem and we have done the advancement of that. So today's class we try to discuss about Cauchy's integral formula. So already I have written the theorem. So what the theorem is telling, if fz is analytic within and on a simple closed curve C enclosed in a simply connected domain D, if Z0 belongs to interior of C, then this one. So let me just explain by the diagram. So say this is the bigger domain D. Within D there is a simple closed curve. Simple means no self intersection should be there. Closed, we can understand that the starting point will be the end point. Now if Z0 is a point inside this one, so this is very important, within and on, okay, Z0 belongs to interior of C. So if Z0 is any point inside this curve, then what is Cauchy's integral theorem is telling? Integral formula 1 by 2 pi I integration fz by z minus z0 dz equals to f of z0. Or we can write, if I take 2 pi I in this side, we can write integration over C, we can write over C fz by z minus z0 dz equals to 2 pi I times f of z0. So this is the main formula. Now let us do some problem and try to show. So this is not a very simple statement, so you have to be very careful when you apply this one. So if I just write the statement is something like this: integration over C fz by z minus z0 dz equals to 2 pi I f of z0. So this is Cauchy's integral formula. Now you see, in this statement it looks very simple, but what are the things we have to remember? We have to understand. So from here we have to understand what is fz and we have to also understand what is z0. So that is the main thing. Okay. So let us do some problem. Say problem number 1. Evaluate integration over C dz by z square plus 9, where C is the curve z minus 3I equals to 4. Now see, suppose this problem has come in exam and you have to understand that how to solve this problem or how to integrate this one. So what will be the first job? You listen carefully, this is very important because you have to understand the Z0 and fz. So what will be the first job? This denominator you have to factorize. So z square plus 9, this we can write 1 by z plus 3I z minus 3I. So this is fine. Now look into the integration form. In denominator z0 is there. So that means either this will be z0 or this will be z0 or both may be z0. So then z plus 3I equals to 0 and z minus 3I equals to 0. So this one will give you z equals to minus 3I, this one will give you z equals to 3I. So now you see, that means we have two options of z0, either minus 3I will be z0 or 3I will be z0. Now we have to check which one, understand? So now you see, if you remember the formula or if you remember the condition of the theorem, what it tells that z0 will lie inside the curve. So if you just remember this one, this was D, this was C and this was Z0. So Z0 must lie inside the curve. So that is minus 3i or 3i lies within the curve or not, we have to check that. Okay. So for z equals to minus 3i, what we have to check? First you put it left hand side, minus 3i minus 3i. So we put z here. So what we get? We get minus 6i. So that is root over, this is a plus ib form. So root over 0 square plus minus 6 square, that is 6, which is greater than the right hand side. That means minus 3i is outside this curve. Understand? So how you can show some point lies inside or outside? You have to first pick the point and put in the left hand side. If it is greater than the right hand side, then you can say the point is outside. If it is less than the right hand side, then the point should be inside. If it is equal to the right hand side, then the point is on the curve. Now for z equals to 3i, so this one is getting cancelled. Now we consider this one 3i. What about this one? 3i minus 3i. So it will be modulus of 0, that is 0 less than 4. So 3i is the lies inside the curve. Fine. So what we have got? Finally, we have got this idea that z equals to 3i lies inside C. So z naught equals to 3i. Now look into the form. What is the form? Fz by z minus z naught dz. And what we are getting here? We are getting 1 by z plus 3i z minus 3i dz. So z minus z naught. So z minus z naught means z minus 3i. So this one is the denominator. So what will be fz? Fz will be the remaining portion. So this is very important. You have to understand this. So first of all, you have to identify what is z naught. Then you find what is z minus z naught. So once you get the factor z minus z naught, apart from this, whatever is remaining, that is fz. So in this one, we get z minus z naught equals to z minus 3i and f of z equals to 1 by z plus 3i. So now, according to the theorem, what will be this one? This will be 2 pi I f of z naught. So 2 pi I f of z naught means 3i. So 2 pi I, now f of z naught means 1 by 3i plus 3i. So it will be pi by 3. So that is the final value of the integration. Okay. Let me do another problem. Let me do another one. The same integration, but C is mod of z equals to 5. Now again, if I go for the solution here, so if I go for the solution here, we get z naught, there will be either 3i or minus 3i. The same logic. Now we have to check whether 3i lies inside or minus 3i lies inside the curve. So basically, if I write this, I can say the algorithm. So what you have to find? First of all, find all possible value of z naught. Then check applicability. Then find fz. So first of all, you have to find all the possible values of z naught. How you can find? You make the denominator 0 and you solve it. So you get all the possible value of Z0. Then check applicability. That means you have to check that which one lies inside, which one lies outside. Then after finalizing that, you find Fz. So first of all, you have to find Z0. Then based on the Z0 value, you have to find Fz. Now, so if I consider the 3i case, so mod of 3i is 3, which is less than 5. So this is inside. Mod of minus 3i is also 3. This is also less than 5. So this lies also inside the curve. So in this case, both lies inside the curve. Now what will be the situation here? So this is 1 by z square plus 9 equals to 1 by z plus 3i z minus 3i. So both are z0. But we can't do this if both are z0, so we have to separate that. So how we can separate? We can use partial fraction and we can write 1 by 6i 1 by z minus 3i minus 1 by z plus 3i. So basically integration dz by z square plus 9 is nothing but 1 by 6i. Now the whole integration is breaking into two parts. So it will be 1 by z minus 3i dz minus 1 by z plus 3i dz. Now look into this one. So z0 we know. Now the integration is divided into two parts. Look into the first part. What is f of z? So this is z minus z0. So what is remaining? 1. So f of z is 1. So it will be 2 pi I f of 3i minus here z minus z0 is z plus 3i. So what is remaining? So this is 2 pi I f of minus 3i. So now 1 by 6i 2 pi I f of z is 1. So whatever z value you give, it will give you 1. So 2 pi I, here also the same case. So you get 0. Okay. So I think you can understand this case. Now let me do the last problem so that you can get a fully understanding on this one. Say integration e power minus z dz z minus pi I by 2 c, where c is the square bounded by x equals to plus minus 2, y equals to plus minus 2. So now let us get the complete idea between x and y. So this is x axis, y axis. Now x value is minus 2 and plus 2 within this. So if this is minus 2, if this is plus 2, so this is the x value. Y value is minus 2 plus 2. So this is y equals to 2, this is y equals to minus 2, this is x equals to 2, this is x equals to minus 2. So this is the diagram. Now here what is the denominator? Z minus pi I by 2 equals to 0. So z equals to pi I by 2. So in this case there is only one option of z0, pi I by 2. Now we have to check whether this one lies inside the square or outside the square. Okay. Now in previous case, if you see previous two problem, there some equation was given using modulus. So we simply put this value in the modulus and we get less than or greater than, we get the idea. But here no modulus is given. By the way, what is this point? This can be written 0 plus I, pi means I can say 3.14 by 2. So that is the point is in 2 dimension 0 comma 3.14 by 2, so this is 1.6 something, so this is roughly 0, 1.6 something. So 0, 1.6, that is less than 2. So it lies inside the square. From the diagram we can understand, okay. So this is, so z equals to pi I by 2 lies inside the square. So z naught is pi I by 2. So the basic idea is that you have to see if the point lies inside, then that point will be z naught. So what we have got? We have got z naught equals to pi I by 2. So z minus z naught equals to z minus pi I by 2. Now look into the main integration. E to the power minus z dz by z minus pi I by 2. Z minus z naught is this one. Whatever is remaining, e power minus z. So this will be your f of z. So according to this formula, it will be 2 pi I f of z naught, that is pi I by 2. So now 2 pi I, f means e power minus pi I by 2. So 2 pi I, it can be written cos pi by 2 minus I sin pi by 2, because e power I theta is cos theta plus I sin theta. Cos pi by 2 is 0, sin pi by 2 is 1. So it will be minus 2 pi I square. Now I square is again minus 1, so it will be 2 pi. So students, what I can say about this theorem is that this theorem has a huge applicability in complex integration and whole complex analysis. So what you can understand, whenever any function will be given, you have to look into the denominator. You have to make the denominator 0, and then you get all the possible z naught values. Then each one of the value you have to check with the curve whether it lies inside or outside. If it lies inside, that will be z naught, okay, and z minus z naught. So if you know z naught, you know z minus z naught. Then apart from z minus z naught, whatever is present in the function or whatever is present in the integration, that will be the function. So here z minus z naught is this one. So whatever remaining is there, e power minus z divided by 1. So fz is e power minus z. Then you apply the formula. So the basic idea is you have to find z naught, then fz. So thank you for watching. Please do this problem on your own and try to get a full idea of this one. Thank you.